It's that time of month where we do a wrap-up of everything I read in the month of February. I'm actually in March now, and this will be going live in March, but anyway, here's a wrap-up of everything I read. The first book I read was an audiobook, a single player by Tara Tai. It was a rather quick romance book. I thought it was really cute. 5-star read, and I borrowed it from Spotify since you can do 15 hours free each month if you have Spotify Premium, so that's how I got it. The next book I read was Deep In by Ali Hazelwood, which is in the back row because I have too many Ali Hazelwood books. Also 5 stars, read it in a day, and it was on the longer end. It's Ali Hazelwood's first time kind of exploring sports romance, and I thought it was really fun. And also it was an interesting read in the sense that there was a lot of feedback about it where people were upset about the book, but it was like as if they just didn't read what it was about beforehand, so I was kind of surprised by that. Anyway, I enjoyed it. The next one was Powerless by Elsie Silver. I had started that series, it's also in the back row, I started that series in January and I finished it throughout February, so I read Powerless, then Reckless, then Hopeless, and that is the rest of those series. And they were 4, 4.5 stars, and 4 stars respectively. Then I listened to another audiobook called The Yin Yang Love Song. It was a really just sweet idea. I liked the idea of it, and the main female character drinks tea and like helps create tea blends to help people's chi and stuff. And I am a major tea drinker, so I just was like, oh, I like it. Then I decided to start the Mercy Thompson series by Patricia Briggs. I have been reading the series like so many times over the years. I first read it when it first came out when I was in like 6th grade or something. And then I paused, read it again in high school up to the books that were out at that point, and now I am rereading it as well. And there are now 14 books out. So Moon Called is the first one. And then after that I read Bloodbound, which is the second one, Iron Kiss, Bone Cross, Silverborn, in that order. And those range from 4 stars to 5 stars for me. I'm a big fan. Also, I don't know if you can tell about this yet, but I definitely tend to rate on the higher scale typically. It kind of takes a lot for me to not at least give 4 stars for a book. Then I did First Time Caller by B.K. Borison, which is again somewhere on the shelf, don't know where. Oh, it's actually over here because I got a special edition of it because I have Afterlight. So this is the Afterlight special edition of it. I listened to the audiobook for it because of the fact that this was meant to be a recording. Main characters are recording a radio show, and so I really liked how they portrayed that in the audio book. But I do have the special edition, and I will eventually take off the plastic. Some of them I just leave on though. But yeah, great book. I enjoyed that. It was a 5-star read. Then I went back to some more of the Mercy Thompson books. So I read Rivermarked, Frostburned, and Night Broken, which again 5, 4, and 4.75, so pretty high. Oh, and one more, Fire Touched, another Mercy Thompson book. Then I took a break from that for a moment to read Comeback by Rebecca Ginsjack. That is the 3rd book in the Holland Brothers series, which I read the first 2 last year, and Comeback just came out in February as well, I believe. So I read that one on my Kindle. I'm pretty sure I was able to borrow it through Kindle Unlimited. And then I did The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. I had heard so many good things about that, and I just never went around to picking it up. But I was wanting to listen to an audiobook, and I found that one suggested to me by Spotify, so I listened to that one. Really good, big fan. And then 2 more of the Mercy Thompson books that I've read in February, and that was Silence Fallen and Storm Cursed, which was 4 stars and then 4.5 stars. And the last book I read in February was The Charlie Method by Elle Kennedy, and that was her first traditionally published Why Choose book, and it is currently the last book in the it's the last of the Campus Diaries series, but we don't know what's going to happen next as far as the Briar universe. And that was a 5-star read for me. I'm a big Elle Kennedy fan. She and Allie Hazelwood are probably two of my top authors, so the fact that they both had new books come out in February was so exciting for me. But that's everything I read in February, and let me know if you have any questions.